Hey there, Aquarius, Sun, Aquarius, Moon, Aquarius, Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. I'm really excited that you're here. We're going to take a look at the energy for the week of the December 20th through the 26th. So, lots of holidays coming up at the end of the week. We have a major planetary alignment happening this week, and we have the winter solstice as the sun moves into Capricorn. So, lots going on. I'm going to divide this up a little. I have not been feeling well, so this is the only set of videos I'm doing this week. But I want to cover the winter solstice, so we'll do that at the end, and that'll be an extra section so you can watch it or not. As always, I do want to encourage you, though, to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. Your sun sign, it is the core of you. It is how you feel, how you view the world. It is your soul. Okay, it is your soul, and then the moon is how you're going to respond and react to the situations around you. But when you're watching these weekly videos, knowing what your rising sign is very beneficial, because that is your personality, it is your physical body, it is how you interact with the world. And so I put a chart calculator below in the description box, and I encourage you to check that out, because I think you will get a lot more out of the readings if you check out your sun, moon, and rising. So let's get into this. This week, the moon is going to start out in Capricorn. It's going to start out in Cancer. I just like to make stuff up. It's going to start out in Cancer. So it's going to be opposing Mercury in Capricorn. And Mercury in Capricorn is going to be trining with Uranus and Taurus. And so this is a lot of energy about how you really feel about things and how you're communicating it out to the world in order to create change. So we're going to look at it sort of like the energy of the moon day. The moon day sets the tone. Monday sets the tone for the week. And so for you, you have an interesting dynamic. All right, Aquarius, if you've been sitting in solitude, or maybe it's trying to create a balance. It's so interesting. Okay, look, you have solitude, all right, sitting all by yourself. You have friendship, but they look like they're looking off in the distance, like they're waiting for somebody. And then you have support, which is 3. Feel like it's really important that if you're feeling isolated and alone, you seek out your friends. There are people there that support you and love you and enjoy your company, and you should try to seek them out this week. So that's super interesting. That's craziness. Okay, so there is a need, I think, for you to connect with people, and it's a holiday season. A lot easier to do it than at other times of the year, because the world kind of slows down and creates space for that. So take the opportunity to make some plans and to connect with some people in your life. I think that you will really benefit from it. You have a lot more support. I understand that at times we all need our little space. Where do I understand that? But you know, it looks like this is a week where you should seek some connections. The sun moves into Capricorn at 10:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. So besides the chart calculator in the description box below, I have a time zone calculator because personally I cannot do it. So it's 10:59 Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. And so we have the winter solstice. So I'll be pulling cards or so, however many they give me. At the end of the reading, we'll take a look at that energy for you for the course of the next 6 months. But right now, let's look at that moon that moves into Leo. It gets there at 4:54 p.m. on Tuesday. It's there on Wednesday, and it's there on Thursday. And here's the thing about that moon in Leo. It's very fired up. And we have this energy. We've been dealing with its energy of Saturn in your sign, Aquarius, in square with Uranus, your ruling sign. Saturn's also your ruling sign. So it's almost like mom and dad are fighting on how to make a change in your life, because the 4th house would be your house of home. And that's where Taurus is hanging. It's hanging out in Taurus. So this is something about how do you create structures and boundaries around something that feels like home to you. Whether it's a job or where you live or a physical location. But this is energy that's been swirling around you. This is structural energy that's been swirling around you over the course of this whole year. This is the third and final exact square. And then next year too. We don't get an exact square in 2022, but we do get really close, 1 degree. Anything like 10 degrees or less is considered, an orb. And so 1 degree, like you're like right on top of each other. And so this is energy that is going to continue. This is a dynamic. And I think that with the holiday season coming up and maybe with this need for where do I find the support? What is home to me? Where do I fit in? I think that might be a little heightened this week as that tension builds, because it's this exact square happens 2:17 a.m. on the 24th, Eastern Standard Time. But it's like the tension is building like you're blowing up a balloon. And when it gets to the point of the exact square, it pops. And then, of course, now the tension's released. It could be good or bad. There is a soothing energy that comes in after that, which does allow it to dissipate a little. But that tension on that buildup as you go into it, and with fiery, with the moon in fiery Leo there, also in square with this energy. In fact, we get a T-square on Wednesday, and the T-square is the moon will be opposing Saturn and Uranus, and the outlet point is the energy of change of Uranus and Taurus. So Saturn and Aquarius. I don't know what I said. So you have your Anubis protection beyond beauty. I almost feel like out of chaos, something beautiful is birthed. Okay, it says, look at the beauty around you, get outside, reconnect with the healing power of nature. I think you've been in self-protection, and it's time for you to reconnect with nature. But in this case, I think it's your friends or family, a support system. I think it's time to end your self-imposed isolation, if at all possible, at least for a few days, and go have some fun. I think that's really important. I do think this is this stress and this pressure that's leading up to the holiday season. The holiday season, everybody's like, oh, it's the happiest time of the year. And for some of us, it really isn't, right? For some of us, it's not. For some of us, there's a lot of negative energy that flows around it. When we've had losses in our family or difficulties in our family, you can feel even more isolated and alone when you're not with your family at this time. And so that is why it is important to seek out your friends. I feel like this has a lot more to do with not allowing yourself to feel isolated and alone. Go find your tribe. Go find where you fit in and connect. Find a way to be connected in. You may have to actively invite yourself to a situation. If that's what it takes, then do it. Make some plans. Do not sit in isolation if it feels unhealthy to you. Sometimes sitting in isolation feels perfectly healthy, and you're like, yeah, no, I just can't deal with anybody, and I'm better. But if you're feeling sad and neglected and alone and miserable, then make the effort to figure out how you can spend some time with somebody. It feels really important here. Like the weight's really heavy. And so the good news is that I spend a lot of holidays alone. And there were some that were hard, and now I just go, okay, I get to sleep. So it's a matter of figuring that out, right? But I do know that once it's all over and done with, then it's like you're fine and you're actually more rested than everybody else. So however that works out for you, just figure out how you can make that happen for you. So the moon's going to move into Virgo at 3:24 a.m. on December 24th. And again, the balloon is busted, the tension is busted, it eases now. But it's still, it's not that much of an ease. Like those planets don't move quickly. It's not like the moon passing through something. No, this is a long. So, but there's an opportunity here to ease the tensions a little. Oh, Aquarius. Whew. I think this has been really difficult for you dealing with this energy of this tension between you and your sign and what's going on in Taurus, your house of home, for the past year. I think it's really been difficult. So here's your opportunity to birth a new you. So as this moon is moving through there, and it's going to come into trine with Uranus, and it's going to trine Venus and Mercury and Pluto. They're up in Capricorn. And so I think there's an easier flow to the energy, and again, it does say to get outside into nature. And so if you can do that, do that. You have the sunshine and you have the ocean. If you are anywhere where you can get near water, the healing energy of the salt water, oh my gosh, so good for you. So for those of you who have the option of getting to a beach for the holiday, I would do that. But this is about the sunshine, and this is about allowing yourself to shine yourself, right? If you've been isolated in a way and you go and you hang out with your friends, allow yourself to shine and have the fun. And you have life, death, and rebirth. And so this feels like it's an ending of a cycle and an opportunity to birth a new cycle, a new opportunity coming in. Make some space for it, allow for it to happen. And I feel like you're going to have to take the action step of actually reaching out to someone. On the 26th, the moon is going to move into Libra at 11:24 a.m. And that is relationship balance energy. And this is very calming. So I think that things get progressively better after that exact square. So for those of you that are celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. I mean that. And some Canadians and those of you in the UK that get to celebrate Boxing Day, good for you. Have that extra day. It's awesome. And happy Kwanzaa on the 26th. So this card here is for the solstice. So the energy of the solstice goes out for 6 months until we get to the next solstice. And I wanted to take a moment to honor that this is a large cycle. And how can we use it to the best advantage? And what can you expect to happen during this time? Okay, so you have Rowan. I'm using the Celtic Tree Oracle. It is not a book an oracle deck I use a lot. But I like that it's trees because it is a longer season, right? And this is a longer season. We're looking at 6 months. So if you are in the Northern Hemisphere, this is November 29th through December 26th, so right on time for that. In the Southern Hemisphere, it's May 29th through June 26th. So this is about that isolation because it's the energy of winter. And so it's protection, which you had show up here. The Anubis. It is protection, it is intuition, it is discrimination, as in being discerning. It is spiritual strength, it is ecstasy, astral travel, and connection with mystery magic. This is about the winter solstice energy. Advises us to seek protection from enchantment or control of others. We are reminded about our ability to astral travel. Again, I want to encourage you to find people who are like-minded, who share your values, who you connect with, what feels like soul home to you. Because a lot of times our families that we grow up in are not home, We have to find our soul home. So, I am the lovely Lewis Rowan tree. I am a tree that invites you to write down your dreams, listen to music, make art, play with collage, build something with your hands, or simply sit quietly and be in silence. So, solitude is not necessarily a bad thing. Winter is a beautiful time of the year, and the extra hours of darkness allows you to center your internal world where riches await your discovery. Feed your heart with love. Imagine a purple flame that increases with every breath of love you offer it. Let this loving fire expand and warm every part of you. Let it sweep away your fears and limitations. Let it rekindle the heat of your imagination. You are indeed a genie, and you have access to everything you need. In the description box below, I have a time zone calculator. I have a birth chart calculator, and I also have a link to a violet flame meditation. And that's what this sounds like. And it's music that was actually recorded during the full moon eclipse in Aquarius in August of 2017. And so for an Aquarius sign, this would be very, very, I feel like it would be the frequency that really works for you. Imagine that you complete and perfect and allow this realization to nourish you. Get your magic horse and fly above the clouds. Travel where you will, gather what you need, enjoy what I offer you. It is your birthright to feel joy and happiness. Embrace your creativity and aspiration, joy and enthusiasm. Spread the good news. I ask you to feel safe as I offer you protection. I strengthen your ability to discriminate and assess situations and people. I strengthen your intuition. I help you choose the path of health, joy, and vibrancy. Allow the Great Mother to love you and support you. Allow the nurturance and care and nourishment to flow to every cell of your body. Allow this love to penetrate every situation. And all I can feel like that flow, that life, that death, that rebirth, and then allow the energy to penetrate every cell of your body. Like when you're laying out in the sun and you feel warm all the way through. Allow your love for yourself. Allow that to be the light that shines, because when we don't rely on other people to make us feel loved and feel worthy, when we can find that light within us, then honestly, we always have it. So be your own sunshine, be your own vitality, be your own source of joy. When you can do that, then you can be in groups of people and be comfortable and confident, and you can be by yourself and be comfortable and be confident, and you don't feel like you need either for it to work. You can do both, and you're good, because you always have your own light inside of you, and you're allowing your light to warm you in every cell of your body. Be your own sunshine. Be your own sunshine. Wow, that was really heavy. Okay, I'm sending out as much love as I possibly can, Aquarius. Those of you who follow my channel know I have 2 Aquarian children, and now I'm like, what? So I'll be touching base with them very soon. You guys take good care of yourselves. Really, take really good care of yourselves. It is your birthright to create from joy, but I think more than that, the world needs you. This Aquarian energy has been flowing in, and I think it's been hitting you really hard because you're of a higher frequency. You're probably taking in more than most of us, which is making you become more isolated from groups and that you've associated with in the past. Like they're clothes you've outgrown. There's situations you're out, it's like you're outgrowing. And so there's a need to find that new support system. The people that are waiting for you, the friendships that are waiting for you. And where you used to fit in may not be where you fit in anymore. I feel like you're really getting this energetic shift, and it's coming in, but the world needs you. We need your uniqueness. We need your wisdom and your knowledge and your creativity and your authenticity and your sense of truth and justice. We need that. So do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Find the groups that support you, and then shine your light out into the world because the world needs you. All right? You guys take really good care. I will be back next week with the weekly readings, and I will have next week I'll put out all of the January readings. I need a little downtime. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take care of myself, and I really encourage you to take care of yourself too. All right? I'll talk to you soon.